What's up, everybody? This is your boy Sans. We in here again. We about to do it again. Avengers, Age of Ultron. We are going to go through the scenes that we have chosen to be the top. I guess we're going to go with 4 scenes now. We were going to go with 5 scenes, but I think we're going to wind it down to 4 scenes because we want you to.
My 5th scene.
Well, we kind of saw your 5th scene.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah.
Kind of saw it. So we're just going to go through the scenes. We're going to break down the scenes real quick for you guys. First scene we're going to talk about is the main character, which is Ultron. This is Ultron's movie. Even though the Avengers are part of it, this is really his age. And his age wasn't a long one. He was really there for like a few days. And that was it. But we see him come through at the beginning, at the party. The send-off party for Thor. We see him there and we see him introduce himself as Ultron, as a broken, constructed piece. So what y'all thought about his entrance?
How could you be worthy? You're all killers. I'm sorry, I was asleep. Or I was a dream. Terrible noise. And I was tangled in strings to kill the other guy. He was a good guy.
You killed someone?
Wouldn't have been my first call. But down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices.
Who sent you?
I see a suit of armor around the world.
Ultron.
In the flesh. Or no, not yet. Not this Christmas. But I'm ready. I'm on mission.
What mission?
Peace in our time.
I felt like I was saying, is that they gave him so much character as a machine. In movies, I think it's good when the machine comes off as almost human. You can kind of understand where he's coming from. I know Marvel has a bad rep with, like, you know, the generic villains, but I think sometimes we might be just asking for too much, because I felt like he wasn't the twirly, world domination. He's more like, y'all was sending me here to protect humans, and the best way to protect y'all is to annihilate y'all.
Well,
which is flawed logic.
It wasn't annihilation, it was kill whoever can't survive the annihilation, pretty much. That's the only way they're going to get stronger. That's why he wanted to cause an extinction level event, because he's pretty much saying that the ones that do survive will be strong enough to face what Tony's seen in Avengers 1, which is Thanos.
That's Darwin's. That's a theory. Darwin's theory. The strongest survive. So I thought his introduction was pretty cool. I mean, he looked like a broken shell of instruments, but he was there to say, hey, I'm here to do your job, what you wanted me to do, and the only way to save humanity is to eliminate the Avengers. But in actuality, what he wanted to do was to turn everything metal. That's why he wanted to throw the drill down, have the drill destroy everything that wasn't metal. So he knows he can manipulate metal, he can manipulate everything and build everything, so he can create the world in his image. So I guess that was his whole thing. But yeah, that was I mean, what else did y'all see from that scene that you thought was pretty good?
That was the last time the Avengers were happy.
That was the last time Avengers were happy.
Yeah, ever since then it went all downhill.
That's it. Alright, so the second scene that we want to take a look at is basically when Scarlet Witch comes through and she manipulates the entire team. So they're actually there stopping Ultron, but in actuality this was a plot from Ultron to separate the team.
Thor, status.
The girl tried to warp my mind.
Take special care. I doubt a human can keep her at bay.
Fortunately, I am mighty. I've done the whole mind control thing.
Not a fan.
Who's ever standing? We gotta move. Guys?
Break down the team, and it's a lot similar to what he did, well not him, but what Loki did in the beginning, the first Avengers, where he tried to break down the team so the team doesn't stay together. See, that's why I like Zemo, because Zemo was the only person who actually did it. He actually did it. But anyway,
All with the same plan.
all with the same plan.
Everybody had the same plan, but only Zemo's actually worked.
Yeah, he went after the two characters, and that's we're going to lead into that in the second one. But he went after the two main characters, which was Tony and Kat.
But I think he had a better approach if you think about it, because why go for the whole team? Just go for the pillars.
Yeah, there you go. But I like how she actually went into it. We see a little bit of these characters. We see the background of these characters. We see how Black Widow is trained to be an assassin and what she had to go through. That's why she was like, how she felt she was a monster because of all the stuff she had to do to be that monster. Then we saw how Ragnarok should have been for Thor, how it was just dark and morbid and all that stuff. The only person we didn't see was Hulk. We don't know what kind of reality he saw, but it didn't really matter because he was acting it all out. He was going berserk and all that stuff. So, but I enjoyed that scene for that reason.
You must have saw when Thanos beat the bricks out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta get out of here, yo. I gotta
fight everything.
You guys crazy.
I gotta fight everything. Yo, that kind of makes sense, though. That kind of makes sense.
I mean, one thing I like about Hulk, not only in this scene, but in the reveal for Ultron, like you see the progression. Because in the first movie, when the bomb went off on the ship, like he's struggling to keep his composure. In this movie, their mind are being manipulated, but he's like, yo, is it code green yet?
Yeah.
Showing you that he has it under control. Like, yo, when it's time to come out, it's time to come out. But then you fast forward to Infinity War, and it's the total opposite.
And explain, yeah.
I mean, so that whole gap of like, what did he see, you know, that probably contributes to what we see in Infinity War, possibly.
Probably he saw Thanos. Probably saw
Thought he
Thanos.
took him out, because now he's more in control.
Body shots.
Finish it.
Yeah, seriously. The other scene that we want to talk about is the birth of Vision. So, Vision is one of the strongest characters, or he was one of the strongest characters in the comics. But you know, we saw what happens to him. But we see his birth and how he was born.
Huh? I said he had a migraine. A severe migraine.
But it was cool. It was cool how they created him in the first place. The Mind Stone was the key to Vision being created altogether.
Sorry, that was odd. Thank you.
Thor.
I mean, I love how it took Thor to bring him to life. It took Bruce and Tony to kind of engineer him and everything. So Vision is literally a amalgamation of everybody put in one. And I love how they, again, Infinity War, how they go to it, how they explain how if you take away this, you still have a large part of everybody that made Vision who he is. So you just see that coming to life, and I mean, that's why it was there. You couldn't just have Vision pop up out of nowhere. You had to see how he was in. So, next scene, last scene that we want to actually talk about is the end dialogue between Vision and Ultron. Now, Ultron was supposed to be Vision. That's what the movie kind of pushed to. He was supposed to be Vision, but unfortunately, Vision turned out to be something totally different from what Ultron wanted. So.
You're afraid.
Of you.
Of death. You're the last one.
You were supposed to be the last. Stark asked for a savior and settled for a slave.
I suppose we are both disappointments.
I suppose we are.
Humans are odd. They think order and chaos are somehow opposites and try to control what won't be. But there is grace in their failings. I think you missed that.
They're doomed.
Yes. But a thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. It's a privilege to be among them.
You're unbearably naive.
Well, I was born yesterday.
So, how do you like that scene at the end?
Yeah, I think it was a deep scene. Just show their different. I don't mean to bring in another studio movie, but that right there should have been what BBS was about. Just two different people, like what one believed and what the other believed, and how they had that dialogue, how they could, whether one is wrong or the other one's right or whatever the case may be. I thought that scene showed like the deepness of how they see things. It's the same one world that they got to protect, but one has a different vision on how to protect it than the other.
Yeah.
You know, and I like how they were able to talk it out.
And it's crazy because if you think about it, it's all Tony's idea of you know, peace in this time. I think he said. And one is one destruction, the other one.
Yeah. It's like Ultron is old Tony Stark and Vision is the new Tony Stark. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see that.
I like that.
And it's like the two sides of the same coin.
I'm gonna forgive you for even mentioning another studio during this time. You could have used any example.
I just had to go with it.
Yeah, you did. We're probably gonna edit that out. Anyway, but yeah, that was. I mean, to be honest with you, Age of Ultron did take a step down for where the first Avengers movie came out. First Avengers movie was just.
It was an event.
It was an event.
It's hard to follow up with that.
It's hard to follow up an event. I mean, they did follow up with it with the next movie, but I think Age of Ultron was just really a fill-in movie to get us to Infinity War, because we had to get through and understand certain outcomes. Yeah, build up new characters, new team members.
Yeah,
I mean,
more people to kill off.
More people to kill off, obviously, and I mean that's what we did. So yeah, Age of Ultron. That was pretty much some of the top scenes of Age of Ultron. I hope y'all enjoy it.
Well, the fifth scene would be Hulkbuster versus.
Yeah, that would be
That's a whole other video.
That's a whole nother video. That whole Hulkbuster scene.
I want to see Hulkbuster with the nanotech versus Hulk. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
Hulkbuster with the nanotech.
Yes, sir.
Because he didn't have to call them things from space. They would just that'd have been crazy.
Like the God armor or something. Got what it is in the comics, but
in the comics,
something like that.
Yeah, but they all had different like Hulkbuster type armors. They had Thorbuster, they had Hulkbuster, they had all types of different suits like that. So yeah, I mean that scene was just. I mean, honestly, that was the real pitch of the movie. That's what brought a lot of people to see the movie, because when they showed the scenes in the commercials. Yo, we about to see Hulkbuster. I'm coming to see it. I don't care about the whole plot. I want to see that fight, because that's what everybody wanted to see. You know, Iron Man 3 kind of dropped the ball with it because they showed Igor that fake looking joint, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's supposed to be Hulkbuster." So they needed to redeem themselves after that. So I'm glad they did. Igor, that was stupid. Anyway, all right. So yeah, that was Age of Ultron, everybody. We're gonna drop the next one, which is gonna be Infinity War. So I hope y'all stay tuned for that. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. That comic show, we're going to drop the next one for y'all. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.